to Jetpack Christmas. Today we move on to the third day of the 12 days of Jetpack Christmas. Today I ended up randomly pulling Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the clay film. There's a reason why it's on here and it's quite a discussion, so let's just hop right in. The claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is labeled as a Christmas classic, and I can see why. I can see why it's a classic, especially the claymation one. That's the one that people always talk about, and any Christmas event or thing at school I've ever been to, they always play this. Together with Frosty the Snowman, they're always even bundled together on DVDs. But I didn't like this. Okay, relax. I know this is a big loved classic, and usually when I bring up to people that I don't like it, this is usually the response I get. But the reason why is because let's just put into motion. One, I don't really like the animation. I just never got into the way it's animated. I like claymation. When I saw Coraline, Wallace the Gromit, all those things, I actually liked claymation. But this claymation just seems very simple and basic, and the animation they did for this movie just felt slow. Even when I was a kid, I just found this movie boring. Frosty the Snowman, I could watch that all the time, but then again, I am a huge fan of hand-drawn animation. But also to go with that, I am also a fan of clay animation when it's done right. To me, this wasn't done right. It just seemed very slow pace and awkward movement and just boring. So the animation, I think, was a big factor on why I didn't like this. The story is fine. Everybody knows Rudolph. Everybody knows the song. But what really bothered me with this was the animation. The animation was very slow paced and very odd. I just couldn't get into the movie. And on another note, I heard recently that there are some now retarded claims that Rudolph is now racist for some reason. Rudolph isn't racist. If Rudolph is racist, then that means every movie back then about nerds being bullied by bullies, those movies are racist. Because Rudolph is just another example of the kid being treated because he's not as cool as the other kid's story. Like when a bully, just because he likes comics and stuff, he's being made fun of the jocks just because he likes comics. Rudolph's being made fun of just because his nose is red. Not racist. I never saw anything brutal or anything, or any of that. The story's fine, the film's fine, the song's fine, leave it alone. We need to start realizing that there's some things in here that you shouldn't give a shit about, and this is one of them. Back then, we were able to take anything. Oh, Rudolph, okay, it's a cute cartoon. It's a cartoon. It's a damn story. Santa, yeah, it's a nice folklore. Leave it alone. We don't need any of this dumb crap. How about you actually focus on actual bad shit? Anyways, that is one of the reasons why I wanted to put this on here. This was one of the choices for the random box I personally threw in there for two reasons. One, I didn't like this film growing up, still don't. And two, because of the stupid shit happening right now. Well, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow for the next day of Jetpack Christmas. Now I better head back to elf practice before... Why weren't you